here we are. Ultima Online Outlands, video 2. From Shelter Island to Prevalia. We're leaving Shelter Island and we're going to start getting out into the world and maxing our skills to 100. Here we go. Back to Utrecht. Alright. Here's our skills that we worked up yesterday. Made everything go to 70 because we are amazing. We'll grab this. Oh, I did set up some stuff, but that's okay. We will work on that once we get to Prevalia. So this is where we logged off yesterday in the inn. I talked to some people. We're going to take the secret passage to Prevalia because I haven't done it either. I don't even know if it goes to Prevalia, but it brings us into the next step of the game. So we will do that. Also, I think I'm going to turn on, I tried to do this yesterday, but we'll do it now. See if it works. No, once you turn off the music, it's gone forever. Okay. What? What's the matter if they know my account name? They still need to know the password. Right? Okay, here we go. Leaving Shelter Island will cause you to renounce your young player status. Your newbie items will lose their newbie status, and from now on, will drop to your corpse should you happen to perish. Other players may now do harmful actions to you, such as attacking you while outside of towns or stealing items from you. You may now also flag yourself as criminal by looting items from corpses with blue names or attacking players with blue names. While you are criminal, other players may attack you freely for the next 2 minutes. Do you wish to renounce your young player status? At this point, we do. We want to do it. We want to get out in the world. We don't care. Let's get dirty. Okay. And now we're on foot. Most dungeons, all dungeons, I believe, as soon as you enter, we'll put you on foot. That's how dungeons work on Outlands. It's kind of a neat thing because you get some PvP on foot and you get some mounted PvP. It's kind of interesting. All right, let's get the map up. Okay, this is just a long journey. Don't travel, young warrior, but be careful. All right. Let's see here. Got some road signs. Shelter Haven. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. We will just try to get safe before we do anything. Oh, this is a nice town. I've never been here. What town is this? Shelter Haven, right? Obviously, yeah. That makes sense. This right here is the region bonuses map. I'm not sure if this is 100% something that we have to get into right now, but I'll go through it quickly since we're here. Every week, this changes at 8 p.m. my time on Friday. Friday nights, this changes, and all of this randomizes to different areas again. I love this. I love this. As a new player still, I haven't even really experienced all the dungeons in depth too much, but I love this special loot chance. Anything special loot chance grips me to my soul. So, I explore the dungeons whenever this one changes. This is just where I go. Luckily, Mount Petrum was a couple weeks ago, so I already know it, but it's no big deal. You'll see me here lots. Anyways, there it is, 20% experience gain. They just added this aspect essence. Something we'll get into in the third video. We don't really need to worry about it right now. Anyways, that is that. Continuing on. We are going to look for a moon gate. This is your atlas. You get an atlas when you start the game. It's pretty helpful to help you maneuver through the beginning of the game, trying to find where you're at. So even for me right now, I don't know where I am. I could open up this world map that we talked about yesterday, and I could just zoom it out and figure it out, because I do know the map a little bit more. But we're going to go... close. We're going to go this way and use moon gates, and I believe that was Terran that I was somewhat near. No, I was Cambria. Do I want to go that far? All right, hold on. I'm going to cheat a little bit just so we don't run forever here. Where's the nearest moon gate? None of them seem really close, to be honest. Is that one there? Or no? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. We're going to go like this because I know this one's here. It's a bit of a run, but... I don't know. Let's take a look. Show marker name, show icons. I don't really use this one very much. Flip map, topmost, free view, show party. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm closest to Cambria, right? Yeah, okay. Anyways, Cambria, boom. Cambria Moongate. Show arrow to location. You see the arrow. Oh, you can't see the arrow because my head's behind it, but you will see it as we maneuver here. Oh, or maybe you won't. Maybe I'll just shrink up the screen. You see it in the bottom left-hand corner there. So we're just going to follow that bad boy. Unfortunately, my Chrome Dome's in the way. Anyways, but carrying on. This is part of the fun. Trekking the world. Hopefully we don't find any unscrupulous individuals through our travels to the Moongate here. Oh, a brigand knifeman. We'll just run on past him. We don't need to get into any sort of altercations quite yet. A forest ostrich. Majestic natural creature. Get rid of this. Put this over here. Ooh, put this over here. Today's is going to be a little bit quicker because I'm just going to show you guys some simple things. One dungeon. Kind of how to work some things in the dungeon, but mostly things are going to be done through macro, so I'm going to show everybody that, and then I'm going to macro this guy for probably a day or two, and then we will do a third video where I choose his aspects, and that'll do the trilogy of my first try of a beginning Outlands tutorial, and hope that it's not terrible. Okay, alright. This little area has gotten me for almost 2 months now. So we're just following the road around. Following the arrow that, you know, oh, I see a bridge over here. And we are about to arrive at the Moongate. There are Moongates outside of all major towns. This right here is a Moongate. When you enter a Moongate, this comes up. These are all towns. Shelter Island is where we started. Corpse Creek is a lawless area, which we will probably never even touch on. Just don't go there. It's terrible. The arena is self-explanatory. That's where the pits are. It's where the PvP and stuff is. You can see that stuff later on the channel. If you'd like, I'll probably be there. So, for now, we're going to go to Prevalia, which is the main town for the most part. I mean, all the towns seem pretty used, but we'll call this one the main town. As you can see, there's some vendors. Later, as you get some gold, you could use these to buy items. Just simply double click on them. They should be stocked up with things. You can single click on the item, see what it'll cost you. 10,000 for a short spear. That feels like it's a little steep. Anyways, we'll right click the arrow now that we're here. And we have arrived. We are now at Prevalia, one of the main towns. This is where most people will come and finish out their skills. This is the bank. We're going to add the gold that we had from yesterday, put it in here, and see where we're at. Oh, I forgot I gave myself a fair bit of gold, so we're doing okay. Check our quick inventory here. We will switch weapons because we're going to go kill some stronger stuff, I do believe. Okay. So here we are. So, first things first, I am going to show everybody the zoo. Bring the map up here again so we can all watch how I get there. The zoo is a place designed specifically for training characters. I have my one character there right now doing peacemaking. I could just show you that, but I'll show you on this guy because the run is informational. So you just come down here, keep on trucking, dodge the marksman, and right here to the south is the zoo where you guys should see a whack of new players training skills. Okay, so you can train anything here that is like an active skill, anatomy, eval, peacemaking, discord, any of those things, majory, all that stuff you can do here. We can do anatomy here, and that's unfortunately about it for us. We will train most of our, well, we'll train our swords and tactics and things like that just by hitting another character. I'll just set up a simple heal macro. I will show you guys how to do that as well on another account. And that's how I'll train them. I will just do that on the side, probably at night or something like that, just because it's boring. Until he gets up to 100, then we'll go from there. So this is a zoo. We're just going to check our inventory here. It looks like we have lots of band-aids. We're doing good. We are going to run to the first dungeon. The first dungeon, well, not first dungeon. The dungeon closest to here is Ultima Dungeon. It's where I spent my first couple weeks when I made my first character, and where I'd suggest spending your first couple weeks farming up and building some sort of cash flow. To get there, you will need some items. You will need to probably buy a suit of armor. Luckily, you should have made some gold from the newbie dungeon to buy even an NPC set of armor would be enough. If not, if you're just starting, please feel free to contact me. I'll gladly help you out. Here we are. Oh, maybe we should use the Atlas. Do I have dungeons? Dungeons. Ultima. Show arrow. Here's the arrow up here. We're just going to follow it. Luckily, I've been here a few times, so I know where it's at. We're going to go to Ultima level 1. We're going to kill some monsters, show you guys just how that works and what a dungeon looks like. We will be on foot again. And then I'm going to run through what the moon gates in the dungeons are, how to use them. And that will probably conclude today, because that will end where you guys will just have to start farming. Oh, I will set up some simple macros as well that we'll go through. I'm going to do that before we get into Ultima. Just for a little bit of quality of life, and it'll be a simple one that you'll want on this guy. Okay. Not so easy to run through there with all that foliage. Normally I have stumps. And this is Ultima with a healer outside, so if you die, you have to just walk out. You can get res and try to get your stuff. There are a couple monsters up top here, as you see, but if we enter the dungeon, we are now on foot. This is Ultima level 1. And we should just be able to, like we did in the new dungeon, just slowly work our way through here, trying to take one mob at a time, and our skills should just start to go up. Hopefully. One of the things that I suggest making, I will show everybody quickly and simply here. Go into hotkeys, items, bandage self. Make that a macro that you won't forget, that you know that you're going to hit. That'll just simply apply a band-aid to yourself, and you'll begin healing. Your timer, as we spoke about in the other video, is right here. When this hits 0, your band-aid will apply, and you will see the number above your head plus X amount of numbers, and that's what you will have healed. And as you can see, we just got 16 gold off that first mob, where in the newbie dungeon we got 6 off of most. So now that we're out in the world, it will be much more lucrative, however, a little bit more dangerous. As you see right here, this is a moon gate. So you can't recall in or out of dungeons, anywhere in dungeons, except within tiles of a moon gate. Same with if you're leaving. To leave a moon gate, you can double click it, or you can walk through it and pick your destination. Click travel, and you'll go. You may want to set up a macro to do that later in life. If you're being chased, it's nice to have it quick instead of trying to fumble. Clicking it, you get a bunch of red people attacking you. It can get a little dicey. To and from. Only yellow gates can recall to and from, right. So, and yellow gates are only on level 1. So here's another one. Same situation. We're going to try to get a little bit deeper so I can show you guys another gate, but this spot is just awfully tricky. Okay. So this is level 2. The dungeons are fairly simple. Every time you go through area like that, you're on the next level. Mobs are consequentially harder a little bit there. Most dungeons have level 3. One dungeon has level 4 and is very difficult in that level 4 dungeon. So we're going to try to just dodge this stuff really carefully here. Oh, just keep running. There is a Crimson Moon Gate, and that's another way to get out. But you cannot recall into or from that. And we're going to just run to the 3rd level here, because stopping feels a little bit more dangerous than anything else. Okay, this is the 3rd level of Ultima Dungeon. I don't know where anything is. Oh, we got some people down here. So I'm not super strong, and I wouldn't suggest getting down to level 3 and trying to tangle with any of the mobs here until you're at least GM'd out, have a better understanding of how your character works and some of the mechanics of the game. But level 1 and 2, you should be great. Hey, 420, how's it going? You guys should be able to go nuts for the most part, but I would still suggest finishing most of your stuff, or at least getting a little bit higher in town. So you see here, you click Prevalia, we travel, and we're right there. Our horse comes back, and we are good to go. It's a good way to learn the town. Prevalia is kind of big. It can put you anywhere in here. And that makes it a little bit rough. But so what I'm going to do now is simply get this guy a few more band-aids. I'm going to bring him to that area of the zoo. And I'm going to start swinging. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab training items first. So something that they've implemented here is you can buy wooden training items. So I'm going to grab a couple swords. Because I'm training swords, you'll see that they have one for everything once I find them. Wooden training kris for fencing, wooden training swords for swords, wooden training club for macing, wooden training bow for bows, for archery. For bows. Idiot. Alright, so we're going to buy a couple of these. These will only do 1 damage per swing to the target, per hit. So it's a great way to train. And we will go grab some more band-aids. And running this macro will basically raise everything that we have. So by tomorrow when I make the video, this guy should be pretty much all 100 except for resist and maybe parrying. We'll see how that goes. What am I looking for here? This guy. So we'll just buy that. Thank you. Do I have scissors? Okay, we just bought some band-aids, some extra, well, we bought cloth from the tailor. We used scissors on the cloth to cut it into more cloth, and then we cut it again to make it into band-aids. And that'll be our healing source for training this guy and in dungeons, along with potions, like in the previous video when we used a cure when we got poisoned. Okay. We're going to end this one by going to the zoo, standing there, go through the simple macros that I have set up. We're going to make 2 of them, one for the taunt on our shield, and we had made the bandage self macro, because those are really the 2 things that we're currently using the most of, even though we're not really using the taunt, but it'll be good to have and good to get used to. So, as we discussed, bandage self is right here, under hotkeys, under items, bandage self. Simple, automatically apply a bandage. What we're going to do is we're going to make a new macro. We're going to call it taunt because that's what it says with our shield. And we're just going to record ourselves, double clicking our shield, and clicking on ourselves. And that'll do the taunt. We're going to stop. We're going to go into hotkeys. We're going to go right into macros here, find taunt, which is right here, the one we just made. We'll make it number 5, because why not? Press set, and there we go. Now, it'll do it automatically. As you can see, my guy instantly taunts, and he's good to go. Okay, so those should be the only 2 that you really need as of right now. We're keeping things simple, pretty smooth and quick. Like I said, now you just set up another guy and hit him. I'm going to get into that tomorrow while it's working. I'm going to try to get on, hopefully just as he's finishing up into the hundreds. I'll get into the in-depth of that because you're going to want to be able to use these simple macros to train all sorts of guys. Magery, archery, all sorts of stuff. So that is what we'll do. Anyways, that's going to conclude the second video of Beginning Outlands. Thank you very much. And I look forward to see you guys on the 3rd video. Take care.